Hey, hey, beat baseball world. Welcome back to another edition of the Beat Ball Blues Show with me, Hall of Famer Neil DAWG, and regular old person Seth Dog.
That's
Hey,
a
Seth Dog.
that's a doctor set dog to you, baby. Or professor, whichever you prefer, man. It's all good.
Doctor, bam, bam. Clark.
It's all good.
Hello, Seth
But
Dog.
I was just thinking, like, man, how ironic, man. He must have teed that up per our previous discussion before we went live on the YouTube.
Oh, about my gigantic ego?
Yeah, your Deion Sanders niche.
I think we were already actually live. I mean,
Oh,
like the podcast and YouTube crowd won't hear, but I think we were live on Facebook when we had that
oh,
conversation.
yes, yes.
I believe. Anyways, hi,
Hey,
Seth
but
Dog.
hey, Neil Talk, how are you? Long time no see, baby.
I know. I'm sitting in
What?
the same cold room that you were sitting in yesterday, and guess what?
Uh,
Still cold.
hey,
Still
man,
cold.
I arrived around 10:55 a.m. Manana,
Seth, and
so.
when you arrive, still gonna be cold.
Yeah.
Yesterday you're like, man, I don't have a hoodie or nothing. It's like, all right, well now you've got warning. It's gonna be cold. I think the
uh,
sighted folks might be able to see my nipples during the show tonight. It's a
dude,
little chilly in here.
yes, I guess I will have to remember to bring a jacket for your house.
You'll be happy to know we're not going to go leave the house and walk in the sunshine. I'm making you lunch tomorrow, Seto.
We are?
You have something to look forward to.
Oh, good, excellent.
Yeah, that'd be a nice little quiet lunch, me and you. Maybe I'll even have some candles, something,
Ah,
a little ambiance.
I'm all good. I'll try
All
to
right.
make sure I'm all all ready for lecture and all that stuff, so you and I can just pay attention to each other for hours on end, baby. So.
I think you've made me blush. Job. You win. You win. I don't know what you're doing there, but you win. All right, we must round. I guess both you and our guests have other things to do, so we'll save this conversation for tomorrow. Oh, our man, the big noise,
uh,
public relation chair of the National Beat Baseball Association, our friend Richie. Richie, Seth and I were practicing our Richie thing from La
Richie, I'm
Bamba yesterday.
sorry.
Richie, I can't. I've never done it very. I don't do Bob justice when I do that. Hey,
Hey,
Rich.
I
Hey,
hold. I
what's
just
up,
say,
man?
Richie, I don't know if we're actually friends. I've never been invited on your podcast, man. So I don't know if we're
That's
actually friends.
funny.
You
I
know?
I was thinking when I was getting ready for the show, I was like, I should point out to Richie, it's like, I mean, he's invited us together. He's like, hey, I'd love to have you and Seth do blah blah blah. I was like, look, when I commit to like your show or the public relations department, it's like that's me committing. Like,
Right, right,
you're
right.
on your own getting
With
Seth.
Seth, yeah. I got your phone number now, Seth. I got your
Yeah,
phone number now.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm waiting for my phone to ring, man.
Mhm.
I'll be.
I was thinking just earlier, like an hour ago, I was like, I was gonna point out to Richie, you've never though just gone to Seth and invited Seth. It's
Huh?
always like,
No,
hey
not
Neil,
yet.
you and Seth,
Huh?
blah blah blah. You
Yeah.
know,
Like I'm unapproachable, man. Like people can't
Well,
just reach out and be like, "Hey, Seth, what's going on?"
yeah, and
But
especially
it's
now,
fine.
man. It's like we're
you're
Heat
part of the
family
same
now.
franchise
Yeah,
now.
I
You're
got
the
one
Heat
year in. You
family.
had what, like 6, 7 years with the Heat, something like that.
yeah. Some of my best years were with the Heat, man.
Yeah. So
So,
yeah, we need to
Some
go
of them.
back. That was something I didn't do the first year of the podcast. I try not to get too Homer, right, to hometown, so I didn't have too many
Ah,
Heat on there. But
yeah.
I think it's time, man. It's time to go
No,
back to
exactly.
bringing the Bam Bam on there. We might have to
Yeah,
get Daryl Miner on there. Get
yeah,
B
yeah.
Rodriguez, all
The
the
old
boys,
school, the old school.
old
Yes,
school
yes.
Bayou
I
City.
like to think of myself. I'm old school Bayou City. I never quite figured that. I thought pictured I would be old school Bayou City, but
Yeah, hey man, you guys played in 2018 World Series championship game.
And
Yeah,
dude
right.
said some of his best years. You had 2 All-Star years with
Yeah.
Fonzie. You didn't. What better years did you have with anybody else than that? You weren't no All-Star for us.
Yeah.
Hey, Neil, again, some of us are not all Deion Sanders related, and it's more about championships and the team and stuff like
I
that.
forgot.
But I know you don't really know too much about that. Me. So,
Hey Richie, so from your comments, can we assume for the first time in a long time you're going to play for the same team 2 years in a row?
That's right, man. I think I'm sticking around with the Heat. I'm one of the ones left. You know, there's a few. We lost 5 key players, and when we saw that happen, you know, I knew that you know, at least I had a spot on the roster still.
hey, I'm down to come back now that I'll start.
Oh no,
You
no,
know,
man,
I'm
we're good,
good.
man. We don't need anybody else to take my 6th spotting, my 6th batting. I'm actually gonna get 25 at bats. First time in 10
if
years
we
or
got
something.
room, man, if it's not beating anybody out, man, hey, call me up, Fonzie. I'm all good, man.
Seth only retired because Fonzie couldn't guarantee a spot in the starting lineup.
right,
You
yeah.
put him in the
go.
starting lineup, you got Bam Bam back on the Heat.
Yeah,
That's
right.
like add
Come on,
water. He's right back.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we've
No.
got, you know, Lupe Perez came over, and
Well, I mean, that's an old school. That's
yeah.
old school.
we got in Tyler at the Tyler event, he brought out a kid, 26 years old, named Grant Simpson, and he was hitting Fonzie on the second pitch at the latest, you know, if not the first pitch. Big pop-ups. He was you know, he was probably a good 9 for 11, 9 for 12, something like that in Tyler. So we'll see how it goes, man. We have a new kid, and then we had a practice last week, and there was a female player that came out, and she was swinging a 38 ounce bat. A lot harder than Faith Penn. I'm already going to call out Faith Penn. Better watch it. You know, she was putting the ball in the air off of Fonzie about 100 feet in the air, man. 90 feet.
Kim
Blumenthal
swings a 38-ounce black max.
I don't know.
I never swung a 38-ounce bat.
Me neither. I stopped at 36. Yeah, I felt the drag swinging a 38-ounce bat.
Yeah.
Not every that you know, not all of us are built for a 38-ounce bat.
No.
That's a lot of lumber.
And she had a couple of one hoppers. She had 2 one hoppers, 2 double plays in practice.
Wow.
So we've got a defender, man. The Bike City hasn't had a defender in a while.
Does she have a name?
Alexis.
All right.
Alexa, she tried out, remember, I think kind of early pandemic or late 2019 or whatever.
You talking about Alexa Owens?
No.
Oh,
no.
Alexis.
She's a gold ball player from, you know, the Texas area, Austin, I think maybe Dallas, but she tried out when they had the Bobcat team. Remember, they tried the Lady Bobcats. They had that. So, you know, she's played with Faith. She played with Kalari a little bit on a practice and here and there. So yeah, so she has some experience, and you know, she's
it's you, Lupe,
Daryl Miner,
Daryl,
Grant Simpson, this new, you know, rookie Grant Simpson, rookie Alexis. I don't know her last name yet.
That's 5 people. I see you in the lineup.
Dude, man, hey, I feel I can make that lineup, man. Fonzie, just let me know, man, and I'll start getting in shape and ready to go, man. Let me know, man.
I got to be honest, at this point, I'm kind of offended because Fonzie's reached out to me and asked for some phone numbers, you know, looking for players.
Yeah.
And now I see how desperate you guys are, and he ain't asking me. He ain't
well, we've got a couple of surprises. You know, hey, we've got a couple of things up our sleeves. Again, you know, this is Fonzie. This is Alfonso Madrano, who bleeds beat ball. This is the big noise of beat ball. This is the PR director. We're figuring out, you know, I'll just let you know right now. You think you've heard a lot of beat ball bombs in the last month or two? You just wait till after teams register. We'll see after teams register. Yeah, what's that? March 1st, April 1st, something like that.
Right.
Well, we might have some announcements, man. So
You
I'm
can always
starting
take
to
on
get
Neil. Hey,
excited about
Neil would
March.
go. Neil could go hang out with G Wood on the sideline, man. Have a good time.
That's right. We still have G Wood. We still have Alex Gonzalez. So
Too late
we're
now.
out there.
Too late
We're out there.
now. I mean, when Fonzie was reaching out, nobody
Well,
had committed to me yet, but it's too late now. Y'all missed out. Sorry, Fonzie. Y'all missed out. My value, my giant size ego is going somewhere else now. Anyway, so Richie, man, so you know, you feeling like I mean, there's always change in beat ball, but
Yeah.
you feel like you guys are going to bounce back strong? Like you know what I mean? I don't know where are you guys at right now?
Well, honestly, man, we got hurt the most, right? I
Yeah,
mean, when it all comes down to it, everybody, we all talked about it. Oh, we're all doing our thing and moving around to be better leaders, to be better, take the beat ball to the next level. Well, the Heat, the Heat got the shaft on it. You know what I'm saying? Like when it all came down to it, 5 starters left. To better, to bigger challenges, to hopefully win the championship. We'll see. We'll get them on the field. But the one thing I know
hopefully.
is,
What's that?
yeah.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully, man. You're hoping for the Heat, man. Come on now.
Well, no. I'm saying I hope that they get what they want. Is that what I'm saying? Like I don't want them all to like go and sputter and I'm not gonna good you do the things that you do to hopefully make yourself better, and that's what they're all preaching. So I hope that that's what happens, right? But we're not gonna like go down. I mean, just like nothing. We swing. That's one thing that the Heat do is they keep swinging. We can bring an offense to the table with Fonzie. We've got with Lupe. We also got Catherine, who is a all-star spotter this year, championship
yeah,
spotter. From
yeah.
the Jets.
When we've talked about the Jets, and not that I guess in the end, Seth and I really haven't on the show. We haven't really dove into the changes a lot. Some of the guests that have been on when Seth wasn't here have talked about it a little bit, but whenever some of the changes have been talked about, I have failed to mention how I think that's a big blow. Like I didn't consider Lupe leaving the Jets a big blow. I consider them losing Cat a big blow. Cat and Rose were a great spotting team.
Yeah,
and you guys getting Cat, that's a big plus for you.
And she moved from, she did right field for the Jets, and she's doing our left field now. And oh my gosh, like I played, I hadn't played with her in a couple years, right? I mean, when I played with the Jets, I practiced with her and I played on the field with her. But it's been like 2 years or 3 years since I've actually been in a meaningful game. And in Tyler, she just stepped into our left field, no mistakes, just switched from right brain, left brain, whatever it is, just mirrored it. And yeah, I mean, I made a couple plays in the field that I just owe to her, because she was like, she calls out a number, you find out where her zones are, and you just put yourself there, and the ball comes straight to you, man. Like, yeah, Cat's a big win for the Heat. Lupe is a big win for the Heat because, like I said, he's already bringing some rookies, and he's out there always. He practices. Y'all know that when he played with the Dawgs. He practices on his own. He sets up his own defense out in different soccer fields across Austin, Texas, and he gets people to hit balls to him, and practices batting all the time. So we need that on the Heat, man. He's a motivator.
All right, well,
doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Motivate.
Yep. Next batter.
Fonzie's one of my favorite people in the league, and he just pitched his 30th year in the National Beat Baseball Association. 1993 was his first year. Dude was like 12 years old or something. 12.
Yeah.
I think he was 12 in 93 when he pitched for the first time. So, I mean, I love that dude. He was the first guy after I made my induction speech. He was the first guy to grab me when I came off the podium and give me some love. So I love Fonzie, and even though like when I played, honestly, I kind of hated the Heat. They're just a team that rubbed me the wrong way when I played against them. So that was not a team that I walked away from the game liking. But I got that. That's all 15 years behind me now. I don't trip on any of that kind of stuff. I would love. The Heat's one of our one of our best organizations out there. I want to see them keep rolling. So Richie, man, public relations buddy, how do you feel about your first year and change as the PR chair and the second vice president?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, we set out to grow in our social media followers, and we did that at least by 1,000 or more on Facebook alone. We began developing our YouTube page, and now we have out of the creation and innovation of our PR team in 1 year, have 8 new membership videos highlighting 27 or 24 actually of our members, along with B-roll of their footage. And I thank the All-Star Tournament for giving us the opportunity to get all these athletes together at one moment and to be able to video them making plays, them scoring runs, right. Doing stuff like that, but then also to get interviews with them. So I think those were our top areas of improvement, on social media followers, our YouTube videos, and then being able to track. I think it was 14 teams were featured somewhere locally on their media, being able to track that stuff and be able to repost it and see how hard local teams are actually pushing for social media. We made it to NBC again for the second year in a row, this time orchestrated by they came to our PR team looking to, and they featured the Sirens at the NBC National. It wasn't today, but and then the Fox Sports, that was a really good episode that they put together out in Bolingbrook. But that kind of came through Jerry, so I can't really claim it. But the NBC came straight to the PR at mbba.org, and 2 years in a row, national news. I didn't help with the first one, but I'm glad that we were able to just repeat. All right. And give it up to all the teams too, man, for putting it out there. I think Boston Renegades probably had. Oh man, they come out on the news maybe once a month or so.
Yeah, they get a lot of they're locally they get a lot of generate a lot of interest.
I mean, they hit up all the news stations. They have CBS, NBC, ABC, and then even Univision this year, man. They hit them all up, man. They came out everywhere.
So any goals as you go into, I mean, you're already a few months into your second year. Anything you learned from your first year that kind of directed your goals here in the second year?
I mean, all of it is that we don't have money. We don't have money as a league. We don't have money. We can barely put on a World Series. I can't ask for money to get better streaming equipment or pay for these videographers. I mean, we got a deal on the 8 videos they made for us. They're professionally run. Again, word up and salute to Rose Garcia, who's, a member. And she did it. She gave us a deal because she's a member and she's a videographer, and, she gave us some really good quality videos. But all that stuff takes money, man. Being able to even campaign if we wanted to promote one of our tournaments, or our World Series for people to come watch. We have to pay for ad campaigns and different things like that, for actually to bring people to watch us. So it's money. I think that's the biggest thing. As a executive board member, trying to figure out how to make that money. Our members don't have money. Apparently, we try to do a fundraising campaign this week, or GoFundMe or give me Tuesday or whatever. And we had 8 people donate. That's sad to me. We have 500 members. If 500 members could have given $5, I'd be a little happier today. But I'm learning that we're broke as a league, we're broke as members, we're broke in trying to figure out good logistical traditions as just even board members. I think we're trying to figure out just how to be a better organization as far as those areas are concerned. Man, is how do we legitimize ourselves again with some money, and get some good fundraising around us, get some sponsorship. And I think that's the biggest thing I've learned, as my first year as a board member. Other than that, we have a good game, man. Our game's fun. Our game's exciting. But it really takes some energy, buy-in from the rest of our membership, and some, help with the promotions. Richie Flores and a 12-member PR group can't we need all the teams involved, and we need all the support, whether that's through promotions like Boston Renegades and that teams do on their own local media, but also with funding.
Seth and I have both been around this game since the mid '80s, and I mean, financially, there's just never been an answer. I mean, it's a nonprofit organization, and I mean, when people that don't know the sport hear us talking about it, it's like, look, we're not talking about like making huge gobs of money. We just want to make enough money to get our equipment and be able to throw our World Series for the most part. And promote it appropriately, and all the things you just talked about, Richie, and all the years I've been around the game now, since 1986. There's just never been a great answer, and specifically on the Give Back Tuesday thing. Like I'm certainly disappointed to hear the number you just shared. Though my expectation wasn't high, it wasn't. I didn't set the bar that low. The reason it's not high though is I think there's so many give back. That what is it called? Give Back Tuesday or
Giving Tuesday. Giving Tuesday.
Giving Tuesday. There's just so many everywhere I go on Facebook. I'm sure, Seth, you the same thing. Everywhere you go, there's options for that, right?
Yeah, and I committed, to the 3 organizations that usually hit me up, and as a member of all those organizations and as a professional who, fortunate to be employed and make some money, and some of them were different sizable donations, right? But
yeah,
$25, $5. Don't get a cup of coffee tomorrow,
No,
don't get a cup of coffee tomorrow. Help us buy a few beat balls. It's $50,000 on a base level. It could be, a little over that or a little under that to put on a World Series. And that's
honestly, that you make an extremely fair point. Like, just as far as our membership being 500 people, and if just, I mean, I could have done $5 and I didn't do it either. So you make a good point. Like, if half the people did that, it would still be a nice boost. So
if half my board did it, the 8 people that donated weren't even on the board. So I'm even calling out my fellow board. I'll give it up to first vice president Cassie Hopkins. She was on there with me, But Nestor Gonzalez, he put up some money. Faith Pitt, I believe. A couple other people.
Faithy Pooh,
of course.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Darren Keepers, of course.
Of course, D Keep's always coming through.
Mm-hmm.
I love how D Keep from the beginning has always been like, when we're trying to figure out money, like, whether or not the MBBA could pay for something or not, D keeps like, screw it, man. I'll just go try to raise the funds. And that he's always been successful, but like he says, screw it. He's ready to jump in and not ask the league to pay for it. Let's just go find a donor to do this. I like that energy he has.
I'll tell you what, if D Keep figured out how to make some money in SoCal for beat baseball, so we keep following his footsteps. He's gonna strike some gold for national too, I see, at some point.
All right, let's we're gonna do another fantasy draft like we did for the All-Star Weekend, with involving the All-Star Weekend players like we did last year with Richie. But before we dive into that, Rich, man, anything specifically on this year's All-Star Weekend do you want to throw out there? PR
no, just or whatever? There's 27 of our elite athletes coming into San Antonio, 9 awesome volunteers that are representing the staff. Oh,
you're good.
Oh, good. You're good.
Yeah, I don't know what Seth was doing. He got
okay. No,
family, I think.
Again, we're representing 12 different teams from across the league, so that's a few more than we did last year. There's 4 members from the Jets, 4 members from the Fire, 3 that were from the Heat, 3 archers, 2 edges, 2 lookouts. So welcome to a new team that made, showing some representation. 2 Thunders, 2 Comets, 1 Blackhawk, 1 Siren, 1 Tiger, and 1 Chaos, and 1 Titan. So those are our teams that are represented. So just congratulations to all those folks. You'll hear more about them once we draft. But and now 6 current archers representing the All-Star team.
I had said, because I had asked before we officially started the show if the Jacksons would be out there. I thought Chris Jackson helps us out sharing the show in Beat Ball Nation sometimes. So I was asking while I was sharing because that made me think of Chris. But what I was, with Caitlin Overshiner from My Sirens,
Yep.
Being the only female player that's going to be out there. And there were only 2 that were invited from the beginning. Jay Tidsick, is that
I think
the
something
right
like
one?
that, right? Lookout, right?
Yeah. But I wanted to make sure I was saying their name right. She prefers the pronouns they and their. So I'm disappointed that they aren't able to go, but I'm not going to be part of the All-Star selection stuff anymore. But when we did it, what little everybody outside of the fearless leader did himself, Kalari had finished 3rd in the voting, Kalari Jackson, and if one of our 2 female players wasn't able to go, Kalari was supposed to fill that role. So I'm disappointed. I don't know if maybe they did reach out and invite her, and she wasn't able to. I'm not sure, but I wish that role could have been filled. So that was what I was saying before, that I was going to voice my disappointment just in that. I was disappointed that we only invited, that there were only 2 female players invited to begin with, and to not replace one of them when they weren't able to go is disappointing. So enough about that. Richie, I'm assuming, I'm just going to give you your choice. I'm assuming that you would like the 3rd pick doing our snake draft, but if you want the 1st pick, you could have it.
Yeah, I like to be either 2nd or 3rd. I don't have to be 1st.
I figured you'd like having the 2 picks in a row.
Yeah,
and 2 of the top 4 picks. If you don't want it, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take the 2nd pick. Just just to make it fun here. We can have a little beat ball blue sandwich.
That's fine. I'll let you choose, Seth, between 1st or 3rd.
I'll take 1st.
Yeah.
All right.
We gotta give Bam Bam the edge here.
This whole time I was thinking, man, there was something else I wanted to do with my computer while we're just sitting here chatting, and I want to write out. There we are. I want to write out our picks because we're not going to remember. So Seth is going 1st.
Yeah, and shout out to Katie Mathena, who score keep and decide who wins this little game here.
What's even the scoring system?
Yeah, the production, right? Is it about each put out, each run points?
Yeah, I don't want to do, just because I don't know how well we'll get records. I don't want to do the 2 points for home runs and 2 points for double plays. Let's just flat production, a combination of putouts and run score.
Yeah, that's how I did it for the World Series on my fantasy stats. Is just runs plus hits, or runs plus outs, and that's your total.
Fair enough. All right, Seth Dog.
I'll take Eric Rodriguez.
All right.
Big surprise. Hey, and Eric Rodriguez was killing it off of Fonzie at the Tyler tournament, or the little Tyler event.
Big surprise. I mean, I don't,
not
a Hall of Fame pitcher and a someday Hall of Fame player. That's nothing surprising about that.
No practice at all. Picked them up at the airport, and they were banging off the first, maybe 2nd, 3rd pitch.
Who are you picking?
And that's his pitcher at this. So there's Team Red, which is pitched by Fonzie, and Team Blue, which is pitched by Jared. And Eric Rodriguez is on the red team, Fonzie. So, Bam Bam.
Thank you.
Well, Richie is making
Oh, that's my
his
pick.
choice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
you said you
Yeah,
wanted
dude.
to,
Hey,
num
hey,
num.
hey,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
hey.
Yeah, man.
That's
You know,
true.
hey, we got to move this along, man. Put you guys on the freaking clock, man.
All right, we're going Zacharambula.
Got to, right?
Yeah, gotta go
Uh,
Zacharambula.
we had to leave him out last year. Um,
2 picks for
I
me.
I will double up. Give me some Casey Kraus
Ooh, yeah.
and give me Casey Kraus and Lil Meat.
Okay. Casey Kraus, little meat. I'm interested to see, those two are on the blue team now. So where are they going to put these guys? They're what I found out is definitely the team red has the edge on defense. But on these fields, it really doesn't matter. So I'm picking Cody Jeffries
That's your
with
pick.
the Thunder. Yeah, I'm going to take
Jeffries.
Cody Jeffries. Yeah.
All right.
He's got Jared pitching to him on Team Blue. That dude didn't strike out at all at the World Series, man. 0 strikeouts.
Gotta like
Almost
that.
900. And he says he's learning to play defense, and he's trying to take James Michael's spot at shortstop for the Thunder this year.
Hey, is Justin Hollins going or not?
Yeah.
Yes, he's there. He's on Jared's team.
Give me 1 sec. So, who was your second pick? Oh, Jeffries.
Jeffries. Yeah, Cody Jeffries. My man.
I had screwed up, so I was getting caught back up. All right, you're up, Seth. Though.
I'll take Justin Hollins and Axel Cox.
Oh,
Nice.
power and speed. There we go. Okay. So let me move here to Tanner Gears. Another Fonzie an offensive all-star here.
How many players are we getting?
If we do everybody, if you're in a hurry, I was thinking we could just stop at 6. But there's 27, so we could do 9 players each.
All right, let's go. We can do it.
All right. Tanner Gears goes to me.
That puts it on me, right?
Yep. Oh, I should have picked this guy. I'm getting him next.
Throw me my boy Mark Morris.
Ooh.
And I'm not even looking at the list because I'm falling behind enough. Just I'm trying to write everything out. I'll take my other boy D Smith.
Oh wow, yeah. Mark Morris is going to be hitting off of Fonzie, and you know what Fonzie and him did in Chicago last year.
Oh yeah, right.
The offensive MVP there.
Yeah,
so,
right.
So, David Smith, okay. I'm going to take Justin Rhines.
Oh, that's a nice play.
He's going to be playing the back. That's usually he only plays the back, and those are the only people who are going to make putouts in this game, man. I don't see any of the front guys being able to even have the opportunity. So Justin Rhines, also on Team Red. Fonzie's got some good two-way players, man.
And that's the team that Nestor drafted, right?
Nestor and Fonzie are the coaching staff for that, and then Jared and Booker for Blue.
Well, you're thinking your 2 picks. I went through your podcast, Richie, to write out all these names. I just wrote down the names as they were picking them.
Yeah.
Put them in alphabetical order or whatever. But, man, these 2 knuckleheads, I mean, literally, Seth, it's just 2 people, and it's a snake draft. So other than the first and the last pick, they pick twice every time. Booker from the 5th round on. I got 2 picks, right, Richie? Right, Richie? 2 picks? Yes,
yes,
Booker.
dude.
The rules aren't changing, Book. 2
There's only 2 of you.
Picks. And then this dude, Nestor Gonzalez, in the 5th round, picks 2 players that aren't even going.
Give me Scott Hogwood. Yeah. Give me my East Coast fam.
Well, we would if they were going. Who you
I'll
got?
do Gerald Dykes and Ethan Johnston.
Oh man, Gerald will be hitting off of his
Nice.
main guy, Jared, for sure. So I'll take Tyler Rodriguez.
Oh, that could be my next pick, you clown.
Two-way
Well, one
player
of
right
my
there.
two. I was like, man, I already know my next two picks.
Tyler's hitting off of Jared, his old buddy. He hit off of him before.
Man, he's gonna be mad I didn't pick him before you did. I should have got him earlier. I am going from my Sirens, Caitlin Overshiner
Okay.
and Kyle Bora Bora.
Okay. So I'm gonna go. Let's see here. I haven't had that many from Team Blue. Should I do it? Yeah, I'll do it.
Wow, what
I'm
you
gonna
got?
do Brandon Chesser.
BHS.
He's got to make some putouts in the back, right? I would think
Dude,
so.
I don't know where he gonna be playing.
He's not gonna be DH. He's one of the rare guys on the blue team that can pick up
They
the
can
ball.
play defense. Oh, I was thinking that as they drafted, Nestor gobbled up the two-way players.
Yep.
Not, I mean, I'm not dogging whatever, not all of them, but man,
I mean, there's people have strengths,
he's loaded.
When Casey Cross and Tyler Rodriguez made a little trade from the red to the blue, they picked up some defense.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
Just as a, how many of those former Heat players who no longer play on the Heat are on Fonzie's team?
Well, Brandon Chesser's not. Joe Fleeks is not. So it's just Tanner.
All right. I say because those probably so just Tanner on his team.
Yeah,
I figure those people might not do so well.
Yeah. Oh man,
used to pitch really nicely to him.
Now I'm second guessing my Brandon Chesser pick, man. Come on. Man.
Oh God, man.
Oh no, man. They only have the number one pitcher pitching to them, Jared. No, he's not too he's not any kind of leftover lunch or anything like that, man.
Well, that's true. Give me Ronald Jordan and Don Trey.
Oh, you got Chubby.
I was like, man, I know at least get one of them.
No. I wanted some Chubby, man. Wow. All right. Okay. Well, he hit off of Fonzie for 1 year. I basically took his spot when he left. Randy George.
And that's a nice player to have on your defense too.
Yep.
Really Randy nice. George. He had a great year this year. I'm glad he's going to be out there at the All-Star weekend.
He hit the ball too this year, man. He had like 13, 14 runs.
I will take White Lightning.
Oh, that's the other. Oh man, I hate that. Is that it? No.
Can't be.
No, it's not.
I know one. I mean, I'm going to take Richard Schultz right now too. So
it's not. It's not it.
I get John Margis then.
Oh, how did I forget about Johnny Ma?
Johnny Ma actually made all the runs and the putouts last year at this game. So that's the only reason he's back, I think, was he was an automatic bid at this All-Star. He plays the perfect.
I can't believe I forgot about Johnny Ma.
Oh, yeah, we got some players here still. Look out.
Oh, yeah. Seth has no idea who you're talking about.
I have no idea.
Look out.
Hey, this is the time in my fantasy draft I generally start drafting Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, auto draft.
The second round, second, third wide receivers for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Just because I am a loyal person and got nothing but love. Give me my boy Joe.
Oh man, that's a good pick. Joe Fleeks made it all the way to the end here.
All right. And
one more.
Give me Mark Ivy.
Oh, Mark Ivy. Man, I don't want to do it, but I got to, I guess. This guy had no connection with Fonzie and Tyler. Hopefully, it's a different story. Aaron Higby. My boy, Aaron Higby. Yeah.
That's the only name I could even think of that might still be on the list.
No. You actually, you get Darius Sterling.
Oh, is that the last player left?
Yeah, that was dumb. I should have got him. Had you
I've
get
got
Aaron
no
Higby.
problem with that
I know.
whatsoever.
Jeez. And he's gonna hit off of Jared.
That was my dude, Day. All right, is that all the players?
There should be one more player.
No, I think that's 9.
But I had the first pick. I should have the last pick.
No, because
no,
there's 3 of us. It's uneven.
It goes up, down, up, down.
But out of 27 players?
Huh? Yeah, there's 27 total going.
So 3 goes into 27 9 times, right?
Yeah. So 9 rounds.
The only way it would
I
end
thought
up,
Richie was the second pick. So
he was.
So we started to go back up, but we didn't get all the way up.
Hold on, let me count
number 1.
Yeah, count them up.
I mean, Neil picked in the 9th round. You picked in the 9th round, but I didn't pick in the 9th round.
Yeah, you got 2 picks, remember?
That was the 8th round.
You picked the 8th and you picked the 9th.
So I've got.
You just picked though, right, Richie?
No,
I did.
Neil was Neil picked. I thought
finished.
Richie picked.
I finished. I finished
we're
with
good.
Sterling, even though I wrote it on Richie's team.
No, we're all good.
Yeah, you got Sterling, man. Man, we should have had Higby be the last pick. Come on, Richie.
All right. So,
perfect. Who's going to be our official scorekeeper? Who can I?
As long as I get the stats, I'll add up the scores.
Like Katie Mathena will give us the stats. If not a day, 3 days after the weekend.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, if we don't have it by our next episode, we'll do it the following week. But here I'll run down the teams. I'm doing mine first just because I'm already on my line. So I've got Casey Krause, Little Meat, Ricky Castaneda, Mark Morris, David Smith, Caitlin Overshiner, Kyle Bora, White Lightning, Richie Schultz, and Damian Darius Sterling. Day. Richie has Zach Arambula, Cody Jeffries, Tanner Gears, Justin Rhines, Tyler Rodriguez, Brandon Chesser, Randy George, Johnny Ma, and Aaron Higby. And then Seth Dog has Eric Rodriguez, Justin Holland, teammates again, Axel Cox, Gerald Dykus, Ethan Johnston, Ronald Jordan, Darius Hunt, JoJo Fleeks, Mark Ivy, and that's it. That's everybody.
That's it, man.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Appreciate you jumping in. It's good to see you again, Richie Rich.
Always good to hear you talk, Rich.
You guys too. We'll get you on the pod soon, man. We'll do the Hall of Fame Heat, man. I'll make my own Hall of Fame with the Heat. We'll retire your number and everything. We'll put it up in Lee Rodriguez's office at the Vocational Rehabilitation Center.
Lee Rod in the house. All right. Well, good.
All right, dude.
Hey, Seth, I have one final question. Over under 2 seconds after I end the show for Richie to be disconnected.
He's gone too. Without under.
Definite under.
He's gone. Yes.
All right, everybody.
Goodbye, Richie, for good.
we'll be back about this same time next week and have some guests on to recap the All-Star Weekend. We will see you then. Everybody be well.